Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all my friend and also to Miss. I'm Muhammad Faiz Izzuddin bin Muhammad Bakri with metric number 2025338411. First of all, we would like to express our sincerely appreciation to Miss Tengku Izzati Nabihah binti Tengku Muhammad Zulkifli for her guidance and support throughout this course. I will begin our presentation by explaining the introduction, company background and operation of Far East Holding Berhad. Today, our group will be presenting a case study on plantation risk management. Focus on Far East Holding Berhad. This presentation is prepared for the subject AGR565, Plantation Risk Management. Far East Holding Berhad was established in 1973 and become a public listed company in 1986. The company operates mainly in Pahang, Malaysia, and is listed on Bursa Malaysia (BSKL), and its core business is oil palm plantation and crude palm oil production. Far East Holding Berhad focus mainly on upstream oil palm plantation activities such as upkeep cultivation, production of FFB and processing of CPO crude palm oil. The company operations are concentrated in Pahang, covering in range 26,000 hectares, and its primary objective is to achieve sustainable and profitable palm oil production. This slide shows of organization structure of Far East Holding Berhad. A clear organization structure helps ensure effective on decision making, operational efficiency and proper risk control at all management level. The vision of Far East Holding Berhad is to become a respected and sustainable palm oil producer, and its mission include achieving profitability through cost efficiency, integrated plantation business growth, balancing of employee, environment and profit, as well as to maintaining shareholder value. The plantation operation of Far East Holding Berhad began with the oil palm nursery and planting activity, followed by field upkeep, harvesting of FFB, transportation FFB to the mill, palm oil milling, and finally supplying product to the refinery. Each stage involves different risks that must be managed properly.
Assalamualaikum Miss. My name is Muhammad Anwar bin Salihin with metric number 2025722369. I will continue the presentation by discussing the core business activity, market and the importance of risk management. The core business activity of Far East Holding Berhad including oil palm cultivation and the production of fresh fruit bunch, crude palm oil and palm kernel oil. The company also provides plantation, advisory and management service. Far East Holding Berhad operate approximately 26,000 hectares of oil palm plantation. Fresh fruit bunch harvested are processed in company-owned mills into CPO and PKO, which are the supply through business-to-business operation. The company serves both local and international market. Domestically, operations are centered in Pahang, while internationally, products are exported to Asia, Europe and the Middle East. High quality oil palm seeds are sourced from MPOB certificate suppliers. Agrochemical and machinery are obtained from authorized suppliers to ensure efficiency and reduce operation risk. The plantation industry faces risks such as weather uncertainty, pest and disease outbreak, labor dependency and price volatility. Risk management is essential to ensure sustainable production, financial stability and operation efficiency. Risk assessment involves identifying risks, analyzing their probability and impact, and determining the level of risk to support effective decision making.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning, Miss. My name is Fasia Iridiani binti Syaril Azizi and my matrix number is 2025565471. Okay, so this visual represents our 5x5 risk matrix. It provides a clear heat map for the board and management to see where specific risks fall. For example, a risk with a high probability and severe impact would land in the extreme red zone, requiring urgent mitigation strategies, while risks in the green zone are considered manageable under standard operating procedures. The first major category of risk we have identified is production risk. This includes environmental factors like extreme temperatures and unpredictable rainfall, which indirectly affect yield. We also face biological threats like bagworm or Ganoderma outbreaks. On the operational side, equipment failure or delays in transporting fresh fruit bunch, which is FFB, can lead to crop spoilage. Ultimately, if these production risks aren't managed, they lead to reduced yield and significantly higher operational costs. Okay, next, we look at financial risk. The company must navigate rising input prices such as fertilizer and the potential for cash flow mismanagement. We are also sensitive to interest rate changes and high utility costs. Perhaps the most significant financial factor is the volatility of CPO markets, which can fluctuate based on the global demand and supply. Category for this section is human resource risk. The plantation sector is labor intensive, making us vulnerable to labor shortage and high staff turnover. Furthermore, we must address the lack of skilled workers and ensure strict safety protocols to prevent employee injuries. Modern challenges like mental health and agronomic issues are also part of our HR risk assessment to ensure a healthy and productive workforce. Okay, finally, we must address market risk, which is largely driven by global external factors. There are 5 key areas here. First, price fluctuation, where crude or palm oil prices are highly volatile. Next, market competition, where we face stiff competition from other producers and alternative vegetable oils. Next is declining demand. Changes in global consumer preferences or negative campaign against palm oil can impact sales. The fourth is input price volatility. Sharp increases in the price of fertilizers and chemicals affect our margins. And lastly, trade barriers. Export restrictions or international regulation can limit our access to key global markets. Managing this market risk is essential for FEHB to remain competitive and profitable in long run.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Luqmanul Hakim bin Murad and metric number 2025717167. I will conclude this presentation by explaining regulatory risk, risk response strategies, and the conclusion. Okay, these risks include change in government policies, environment regularities, minimum wage laws, labor policies, and sustainability compliance such as MSPO and RSPO. Risk response strategies. Negative risks can be mitigated, transferred, or avoided. Positive risks or opportunities can be accepted, enhanced, shared, or exploited. Okay, next, risk mitigation example. Risk mitigation strategies include integrated pest management, mechanization and automation, drainage and water management, workers training, OSH compliance, and cost control through bulk purchasing. For risk monitoring and control, risk monitoring ensures that risks are continuously reviewed and controlled to minimize their impact. Okay, next, consequences if risks are not controlled. If risks are not managed properly, it may lead to reduced crop yield, financial loss, labor disruption, legal penalties, and damage to company reputation. For conclusion and appreciation. In conclusion, Faiz Holding Berhad practice structured plantation risk management using 5x5 risk matrix, effective identification, mitigation, and monitoring of risk are essential for sustainable plantation operation and long-term business success. Once again, we would like to thank Ms. Tengku Izzati Nabihah binti Tengku Muhammad Zulkifli for her guidance and support. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.